divorce is not just a legal separation of two individuals, it is an emotional earthquake that can shake the very foundation of a person's mental well-being. While the end of a marriage might bring relief to some, for many, it unleashes a storm of emotional and psychological consequences. The victims of divorce are not limited to the couple alone. Children, extended family members, and even close friends often find themselves caught in its emotional aftershocks. The psychological toll of divorce can manifest in many forms: anxiety, depression, feelings of rejection, guilt, anger, or even a loss of identity. Individuals might struggle with self-esteem issues, loneliness, or fear of future relationships. Children, especially, may experience confusion, behavioral issues, academic decline, and long-term trust issues. Understanding the mental health impacts of divorce is crucial, not to assign blame, but to offer empathy, support, and healing. With the right psychological care and emotional resilience, many can rebuild their lives, regain confidence, and find peace beyond the pain.
Divorce is often discussed in terms of legal battles, a complex web of procedures and negotiations. Alimony, custody arrangements, and the division of assets become the focal points, overshadowing the deeper, more personal aspects of separation. But the real story, often untold and unseen, is the profound emotional upheaval that follows the legal proceedings. It's not just the end of a marriage, a legal contract, or a partnership, but the collapse of a shared dream, a carefully constructed life, and a deeply intertwined identity. It's the shattering of a future once envisioned together. The paperwork may be done, the signatures dry on the dotted line, but the emotional journey, the path to healing and self-discovery, is just beginning. It's a long and often arduous road. Society, especially in India, is often quick to judge those who choose to end a marriage, and slow to understand the complexities and personal struggles that lead to such a difficult decision. Divorce is often seen as a personal failure, a mark of shame that carries a heavy social stigma. This societal pressure forces many to hide their pain, to put on a brave face and conceal the turmoil they're experiencing. This leads to turning grief, confusion, and anger inward, creating a cycle of silent suffering and isolation. Divorce is a trauma, not just a transaction or a legal inconvenience. It fundamentally changes who you are, reshaping your sense of self and your place in the world. The loss is profound and multifaceted. The loss of a partner, a best friend, a confidant, someone who knew you intimately, and the loss of a future imagined together, filled with shared experiences and milestones. Grieving a divorce is a very real and valid emotional process. But unlike the grief associated with death, it's often met with silence, judgment, or even dismissal, rather than the sympathy and support one would expect. We must look beyond the legalities and the surface-level narratives and acknowledge the invisible wounds, the emotional scars that divorce leaves behind. Healing requires compassion, understanding, unwavering support, and the space and time to rebuild a new life, a life that is authentic and fulfilling. Only then can we create a more empathetic and supportive society, one that recognizes the emotional toll of divorce for those facing this challenging and transformative life event, offering them the understanding and resources they need to heal and thrive. After the initial shock of separation subsides, when the legalities are settled and the dust begins to settle, a powerful wave of depression and anxiety often follows, crashing over you unexpectedly. It can feel like you're drowning in a sea of uncertainty and despair. Depression isn't just sadness, it's far more complex and debilitating. It's a profound emptiness, a void that sucks the joy out of everything and makes even the simplest daily tasks feel impossible to accomplish. Getting out of bed can feel like climbing a mountain. Anxiety about the future, the unknown path that stretches ahead. Finances, the security of your livelihood, love, the possibility of finding it again, and the stability you once knew can be completely overwhelming, leaving you paralyzed with fear and doubt. These emotions are not just fleeting moments of sadness. They can take over every aspect of your life, coloring your thoughts, actions, and relationships. Guilt and shame, especially within the cultural context of India, are incredibly powerful and isolating forces. Many going through a divorce blame themselves, often unfairly, replaying every moment of the relationship, obsessively haunted by what-ifs and missed opportunities. The social stigma surrounding divorce is heavy, particularly in more traditional communities, making it incredibly hard to seek help, confide in others, or even acknowledge the pain you're experiencing. Divorce can shatter your self-esteem, leaving you feeling inadequate and unworthy. This can lead to people questioning their own worth, their ability to be loved, and their capacity to love again in the future. The inner critic grows louder and more relentless, constantly reminding you of your perceived failures. This negative self-talk makes the already challenging process of healing even harder and more prolonged. Rebuilding your self-worth is a slow and gradual process, but it's absolutely essential for moving forward. Support and genuine understanding from friends, family, or support groups are crucial during this difficult time. This support helps to break the cycle of isolation and provides a safe space to process your emotions. The journey of healing truly starts with accepting these difficult feelings, acknowledging their presence without judgment. Ultimately, healing requires actively reaching out for professional help from a therapist or counselor who can provide guidance and support. For parents, divorce is a family crisis, not just a personal one. Single parenting means carrying every responsibility alone: school, meals, emotional support. The pressure is relentless, often leading to burnout and anxiety. Guilt over the impact on children is constant and consuming. Co-parenting brings its own stress, with conflicts over routines and decisions. Children must adjust to two homes and new realities, while parents juggle their own grief. The loneliness of single parenting is profound, even in a house full of children. Social circles may shrink, deepening the sense of isolation. It's a heavy burden, but acknowledging these struggles is the first step towards support. Divorce redraws your life's map, forcing you into unfamiliar territory. Moving homes and losing shared spaces adds to the sense of loss. Financial stress is immediate. Suddenly, one income must do the work of two. For many, especially women, this brings fear and anxiety about survival. Friendships and social circles often change or disappear, increasing isolation. Invitations stop and the sense of belonging fades. The prospect of new relationships can be daunting, with trust and self-doubt lingering. Dating feels foreign after years of marriage, and fear of repeating the past is real. Moving forward means facing these fears and slowly rebuilding confidence. The journey is tough, but each step is progress toward a new life. Divorce is painful, but it's not the end of happiness. Healing starts with seeking professional help. Therapy offers a safe space to process grief and anxiety. Support groups connect you with others who understand, reducing shame and isolation. In India, where divorce is taboo, finding community is vital. Self-care is essential. Eat well, exercise, rest, and nurture your mind. Rediscover hobbies, meditate, or simply take a walk. Small acts rebuild resilience. Be patient with yourself. Healing isn't linear. There will be ups and downs. Allow yourself to feel without judgment. Don't rush the process. Trust that time and effort will bring recovery. With support and self-compassion, you can rebuild your life. The journey is hard, but healing is possible. In India, divorce carries unique cultural pressures, often extending beyond the individuals involved. It's a decision that can reverberate through families and communities, impacting social standing and personal identity. Marriage is deeply ingrained in the social fabric, seen as a family alliance, not just a personal bond or individual choice. It's a union that strengthens kinship ties and reinforces societal expectations. The pervasive question, log kaya kahenga? What will people say? Looms large, influencing decisions and behaviors. This concern about public perception can be a significant source of anxiety and stress. This societal scrutiny adds shame and stigma, especially for women, who often bear the brunt of judgment. The fear of being ostracized can lead to feelings of isolation and despair. Family can be both a support system, offering comfort and practical assistance during a difficult time. They can provide a sense of belonging and security. But family can also be a source of pressure, with conflicting opinions and expectations complicating the healing process. Navigating these dynamics can be incredibly challenging. Divorce can fracture relationships with in-laws and extended family members, leading to estrangement and resentment. This can deepen the sense of loss and isolation, particularly when traditional family gatherings become painful reminders of what has been lost. The absence of familiar faces can be a constant source of sadness. Seeking mental health support is still stigmatized in many communities, viewed as a sign of weakness or instability. This stigma makes it incredibly hard to reach out for help, even when it's desperately needed. The fear of judgment can be a significant barrier to seeking professional assistance. Many fear being seen as weak or incapable of handling their own problems if they admit to needing help. This fear contributes to the reluctance to seek therapy, even when it could provide valuable support and guidance. Despite these challenges, more people are finding help and breaking through the silence. They are connecting through online communities and support groups, finding solace and understanding in shared experiences. Urban Indians in particular are challenging old norms and embracing new perspectives on marriage and divorce. They are actively creating safe spaces for healing and open dialogue, fostering a more supportive environment. As more individuals speak openly about their experiences, the silence surrounding divorce begins to break. As a result, the stigma slowly fades, paving the way for greater acceptance and understanding. This shift offers hope for a future where divorce is viewed with greater compassion and less judgment. Ultimately, this movement towards openness and empathy promises a more compassionate future for those navigating the complexities of divorce in India. Divorce is one of life's darkest chapters, stripping away security and identity. The pain is real and deserves to be acknowledged, not minimized. Yet the end of a marriage can be the start of a new, authentic life. Healing is a journey of self-discovery, finding strength, values, and new dreams. Hope is the anchor, believing that joy is possible again. It's an active choice, reaching out, setting goals, and trusting in new beginnings. Surviving divorce transforms you, building resilience and compassion. You learn you can create your own happiness, scars and all. The ending becomes a powerful new beginning. Happiness is not just possible, it's a destination you can reach.
And if you found this video interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more mind-blowing psychology videos.